Greetings, hello, and welcome back to the final episode of this Long War of the Chosen campaign, patch 1.2. And I'll tell you one thing, I probably never had such a rough time selecting who to bring for the final mission, because we only have 12 slots. And, you know, we have like, I don't know, 50 Master Sergeants or so. Tough decisions, and of course, you know, I can't just, I always have to keep in mind that we can also want to win the mission, even though it's often seen as a glorified victory lap. Actually, now that I'm looking through the roster, who's equipping these people? Why do we still have old school ablative here? That is not on. Well prepared. The other thing also, I know it's been a couple days since the network tower mission. Since we had a campaign coming to the end in the live stream on Saturday, I just wasn't in the mental state for back-to-back Waterworld, back-to-back final missions. So I kind of needed a break, a day in between here to get this recording in. All right, let's go.
There. I've infused this material with the entirety of our viable Elder DNA. We won't get another chance at this.
Final connection is set. Power levels adequate. One more look at the buffer.
Watch you go over this thing 50 times. Take a breath.
We're ready.
Synthesis nearing completion. Now, Lily!
Initiating network connection.
Give them hell.
Gate is primed and ready, sir.
Patch me through. All right, people. The world got its wake-up call. And now they know the truth. Advent is a lie. And their time is up. They've got a full-fledged war on their hands now. While the aliens struggle to contain our world, we're gonna make a move on theirs. It won't be easy. But you're used to that. You did what was needed. Never gave up the fight. You are XCOM. And you're gonna end this. Humanity is counting on us, people. Good luck, Commander.
So, it seems like every time I never get tired of this. It's so good. You know, you can say what you want about Bradford, but that is a good speech.
No way of knowing if they detect our presence yet.
Such loss, such needlessness. You force our hand, yet still we offer peace. Rejoin us, and your world will be spared.
Wow. We don't have much in terms of concealment. And we don't have scanning protocol, so I kinda gotta be a little bit careful. It looks like, yeah, Rob is our officer, which is on one hand cool. because then he can do officer stuff from concealment. On the other hand, that also means, well, I guess Jet can do some gremlin stuff then.
Ik beweeg me naar de locatie van het doel. Doelwit in zicht.
These couple dudes over there. Lots of mechs. The question is, do we want to just straight up activate that and then go from there, or do we want to take a turn to set up? Currently we have line of sight, or at least taking line of sight on the mechs inside there. The advantage of actually just activating from here is all the mechs should be coming at us rather than standing in the back and overwatching. So why don't we just zippity zappity and see what we get. I was looking at the drone right now. That drone won't come so far to flank me and reveal me here. And yes, it comes so far, but thankfully the full cover is protecting me. Yikes, that would have been a really, really bad start to the mission.
Let's go. Peachy.
Indeed. We actually do something like this. No. Something. Yeah. Alright, hold that thought.
C'est faisable.
Ah, well, we can hit those two.
On en met une grosse couche.
Get a good saturation fire. I'll take a good saturation fire. Yeah. Might as well take the 68.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Better luck next time. No, I'm saying that. Hang on, doesn't this is the moment now? Yeah, I cast the battle scanner. So why don't we throw a battle scanner in here? You can throw it. Looks safe enough in my book to do a little bit of arc weaving and getting some focus out of this. So you might notice from previous campaigns, final missions, that the initial encounter is much more tame, I want to say. So basically, one big change, I think also with 1.2, I don't think that was in an earlier stage, is not having this super front-loaded start where you like had 20, even 30 enemies right here in the starting zone, but rather space it out a little bit more. But also, you know, some of the pod compositions I think have been a little bit changed up to still keep it challenging, right? Anyway, steady heavy mech to finish off.
my way.
There can be no doubt.
Orders bevestigd. In beweging.
Hey,
Moving to defend there.
move it up a little bit. See what else the map has to offer for us.
I stand ready.
Rolling out.
Through here.
Then we're just gonna carefully but aggressively, mostly carefully, advance through the map here.
Okay.
That. You don't want to have the ceiling collapse and fall down if you're in an under the ocean complex. That feels like not the right place or time for that.
You have such blind hatred for us. We cannot understand it. Our intentions for your world were never hostile. They are still not. You are a part of us.
No, I did not bring.
To buy any of this?
More distrust. Perhaps you would find more reassurance in our words if...
Did not bring. What's got? Anyone with fantastic Overwatch skills. We do have fantastic sniper skills. Don't I also have a battle scanner on you? Yeah. We can scan every time to actually see what we're fighting here. If we want to. So it looks like we have a sector pod, a heavy mech, a super heavy mech. Is that maybe 2 groups? Or are you telling me all the mutants are part of that sector pod group? That looks so much like a typical mutant football pod, as we like to call them. Oh, I like how you know, you see the sector pod from here, but you're totally not activating them. There's no activation warning. Yeah. Nice try. Nice try, gotcha. You almost got me.
Si comme vous voudrez.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Just gonna. We can't get close enough to activate anything here, so I think we're just gonna Overwatch.
I'm ready.
That's gonna be good enough for this group.
Understood.
I don't like that everybody's gonna be sitting in low cover pretty much. Also, I did not end up not picking Maria for the mission, which would have been really nice right about now for a potential lead the target.
A clever ploy.
On your order. Come get some.
82 for shutdown. I mean, we can. We have failsafe, right? So we could try to full override a sector pod just for the odds of just for the fun of it. It's been a while since I took full control of the sector pod for the rest of the mission and ran it across the map. Oh, we're gonna try that next turn.
Right. Viens par là.
Don't have to tell me twice. Sure.
Be a little bit silly where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna use Commander's avatar because I think his psionic powers are so overpowered, so he's just gonna shoot, and then like, full override the sector pod, hit it. But at least, you know, I worked for it. Well, let's not make plans for what we do with the sector pod before we actually hack it. And I'm still gonna be happy that we're hitting that that we're hitting an Overwatch shot so he doesn't yellow alert us.
That is not good.
Okay, yeah, we hit one of the shots.
Armor still holding.
1 point of damage is all we needed. Thanks, guys. That is incredibly rude.
I'm pinned down.
They'll crack just as easily as the rest.
Oh, 12%. Whatever. We got fail safe, right? It didn't work.
I'm sure I'll get another chance.
But similar, yeah, exactly. You get another chance because similar to domination, how you only have one charge per mission, but it only goes on cooldown if you fail. At least that's what happened in the other fun mission we played. This weekend. Okay. I need to cancel that Overwatch. No, I think you're gonna cyclic fire that thing anyway. Ooh, and that gives me spotter. A spotter bonus. We do here. We can do a fairly decent, really good actually. We drift, so let's start it off then with a just as good fuse.
Yeah.
Respect. Make. Potentially another panic. Yes, okay. Both Centurions panic. Well, they're kinda in the back, kinda hard to get to, so that's appreciated. I'm kinda thinking I don't wanna use grenades here if I can avoid it. Let's first of all see. I think with double tap and everything and blue screen rounds here, should be enough to finish off the sectopods. Oh, we quit that shot. Oh, you know what? In that case, why don't you throw your second shot on the second mech? Yeesh.
Target eliminated.
Yeah, just crit that too. Why don't you? How brave do I feel today? But we could totally. could either hit the 2 panic guys with a arc wave, or we could do this and hit that muton that's sitting there in the front. Let's hit this guy first. That heavy mech looked very weird just now and there. Okay, first of all, telling me I'm activating something, another group of mutant elites. Now, I appreciate getting that information, but I also always feel bad about now changing my planned actions. Also, I now see that Centurion here that I wasn't seeing before. That's right. Yeah, you know, I would have done this, and having that activation information that I shouldn't have had, so I'm just gonna ignore this. And it's like, oh no, we activated the mutant group. Okay, so now though, the super heavy mech has been attacked by your bondmate. So you get extra hit chance. You can help us finishing that off.
That is not good. Hoorah.
Cool. This mutant here looks like a great target for a little snapper.
Let us move.
Snip snap. 85% to crit.
Had enough. I depart.
Over here leaves us with this mutant and this mutant elite, and of course the stuff we activated halfway across the map that are not going to be relevant. I don't think any one of those guys is going to be able to get in range. Who do we have left who can actually attack? You might potentially be able to flush that guy here. Go closer. Full cover. I don't think that other group's gonna be able to get close enough to see you. 70%. Done.
Impressed yet?
Might wanna move you back here now.
It is destined.
Those cover objects in there are surprisingly and annoyingly sturdy. Also,
This may be painful.
this may be painful.
X-ray neutralized.
It's the huntsman. You're like the 5th guy from the right. I'm just gonna double drop here. Never mind, you only had 1 action.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna chill.
All right.
You're gonna chill. You're gonna keep in mind there's a berserk coming in. We really don't want to get revealed by that guy. Was somewhere here, I think.
Begrepen, ben onderweg.
Might give us some information here.
Paying close attention to that area.
Okay, so the mutant elites are gonna shield up and then move forward. The Turian is probably gonna give a war cry. So predictable. Might give the Berserker actually a ton of additional movement. I don't think any one of them is actually in range. It's a hit. It's a hit. We take those. Way too many mutants though. It's not the greatest area for some Templar fun. That's for sure. So that's a decent bolt if I've ever seen one. Okay, over here, you're out of ammo, so you need to reload with your first action anyway, and then you're probably just gonna pop the Berserker. I'm kinda thinking, looking at that corner in the back there, this might be where we use one of our grenades.
No problem, boss.
Something to be said about using a fire grenade. That something is no.
Frag out.
Keep fire grenades for more tricky parts of the mission, let's put it that way. Didn't get any cover destruction. Okay, let's see if Turtle can come in closer a little bit and maybe get in range for some Void Drift here.
Moving to position.
Let's get that back aligned Centurion.
The rift beckons.
No secondaries. Okay. I mean, there's a ton of focus available for me to pick up in the next couple turns here. So maybe I can justify doing a little bit of this. Making it a little bit easier for the rest of the group to hit these guys. Oh, I mean, you're just killing those guys now. And damage shows. Could have done something useful with your first action. Okay. Angry Centurion in the back. And not so angry Mutant in the front. What do you have? 70 on this. Take it.
Armor still holding. I depart. Be damned, demon.
Works. Doesn't look like you can get line of sight on that guy. What about you? You have line of sight on this, right? So we generally see him, but not particularly in this moment. How much do I want to kill him this turn? I could invert with Ike, so he's closer. We can move up and probably... Not sure if he can walk fire that. It's not below 50% health, so we're not gonna get Executioner. If we invert, we invert with Annie and she just walks up and soul fires. Just need to make no, it's not Annie. Damn it. I was gonna say, I just need to make sure I can actually pick up the stuff here next turn. Nice, that is, yeah, what's the misunderstanding here? I don't think I wanna, like, dedication, run and gun, flank the guy and shoot him in the face, because I don't think that's super safe to do.
Ik ga er naartoe.
In fact, I'm gonna confirm that it's absolutely not safe by going out here and not finding anybody. I don't have any shots from anywhere. I'm just a little bit concerned that since one of us is visible, that he gets shot. So I guess we play it more defensive then. Let's get Huntsman some extra ablative. Could have also stasised him. Then the Centurion would have come closer, you know, not having anything to shoot at.
All right.
Tap, rack, bang. Got it covered.
Ga ik doen.
Yeah, that invert was probably the silliest thing I've done in this mission so far.
Okay.
But don't worry, we still have a lot of mission to go. I can do more dumb shit. Then I don't want to move somebody else in vision here, right?
Yeah,
If I have somebody who's protected with extra shields. Yeah, sure, you got hit for 5, but you had 6 extra shields, right? So you kinda got hit for nothing. Triple Berserker. And triple baseness. Okay. First things first. This thing is on off cooldown again. So I wanna move you up.
Moving.
Throw this back there, so I know that we can pick this up. Cool. 50, huh?
Heading out.
Your so far has a cooldown. You know what? Just booming. So many fuse targets. Yeah, sure. Doesn't have to be your own grenade. Of course, loot destroyed. One enemy here. One enemy on the mission so far that has any loot, and I destroy it. I wonder if they drop the psionic loot, if that can get destroyed if you kill with explosives. So we can move away from these guys. Let's check here. Apparently a triple. Here's 2 loot drops on top of each other.
May honor guide us.
Oh, that sweet focus.
Magazine here.
Ready to go. Good to go.
The path leads this way.
That's a bold strategy.
You are.
C'est tout bon.
Wish I had saturation fire, but you know what? If they all activate, this might be a trench gun or street sweeper opportunity here.
I see.
Hmm?
I'll smash them before they can reach this room.
The spirit. You just pretend to be useful. Okay,
Affirmatief, in beweging.
back a little bit. Actually, so much fire here. No, go here for now. I just don't want to get revealed by Berserker charging at the group here. Though I'm not sure if they can actually get close enough.
Got it covered.
Goed ontvangen. Ben onderweg naar het doel.
That is awkward. Where did they go? We should have your battle scanner available again. So let's get that over there. Okay. Still back there. I have line of sight probably on any one of those, right? We're just probably gonna throw a sniper shot at them, activate, and then see how they move and how we handle that. This gives me line of sight on just one of the facelets. If I want to be picky about it, I would at least want to see one of the berserkers though. Anything, this doesn't give me anything, this gives me a lot of stuff.
Affirmatief, in beweging.
We have a shot. We have a shot. Second group just behind them. I think in this case I probably will take this additional information. Thank you very much, game. Try to keep us a little bit. I think we're still probably okay going here. "17 is here, and they were back here. Yeah. Okay. Dedication. Run and gun. Get over here somewhere. That berserker. Need both of them from here. Sure, if I can actually get the street sweeper to agree with me here. But we'll figure it out, eh?
I'm on my way.
Doesn't seem too terrible. Do I look at what my actual hit chances are? Nah, let's just take the shot.
So this just keeps going until I kill them all?
Just one shot a berserker. Certainly did. What is your second shot? Could just go into the same target as the first shot. Taking the dead eye, that is hopefully enough damage to kill it. If it hits
Enemy
and
destroyed.
doesn't graze, and you just crit for 36, why not? Alright, so 2 faceless.
Our path is clear.
Doesn't pick that up automatically. I need to click the action, which I can't do if I don't have an action. And next turn it's gonna be gone. Ah, I thought I could cheese it a little bit. Okay, but this guy is not low enough that I could do something like cereal. You want to know more? Does it really help me? I don't get reposition, do I? I don't need reposition, I'm snapshot.
Through here.
Can we... I mean, maybe we can precision shot the berserker here and get a kill and keep on serial. Absolutely.
An excellent strike.
Can't get another shot in. Ah, you know, might not have been the best serial, but it was any serial, I get at least. So I feel like Xen has not done much this mission so far, man.
Exploring there.
The second part of the mission is where the skirmisher will shine, I think. I'll be better.
Seems doable. Negative damage.
And reload in here.
On the move.
We got Soulfire again, so you can kill if we don't have any other way of killing. I guess you give a shot.
Souci, chef.
Good enough.
Je vous impressionne?
Okay, then since we kind of saw the next group coming around the corner on the left, we can kind of swing a little bit over to the left here with everybody.
Solid copy, Commander.
If they actually activate and see somebody, it would be corner here. Let's give it some extra protection.
Sure. So.
Standing right on top of it. Oh well.
Orders bevestigd. Ben onderweg.
Okay, what is this? More mutants, a regular Archon, a greater Archon, and a Codex, as far as I can tell. And we are like 4 tiles away from activating. Who have saturation fire next turn? So maybe we take it slow. Set up here on the edge of the building. If they activate on their turn, that's fine. If they don't, well,
All right.
let's just say we got some surprises for them then.
Follow me this way. We're green to go.
Normally this map is not great for sniper line of sight, but for some reason here XCOM has like just the pillar position. Hasn't moved since turn 1.
Get some. Good to go.
So, I'll be back after a breather.
Vigilance.
If that's how you want it.
We get you a little bit closer and ideally in full cover. That's problematic. Yeah, we could go here, but that feels really close. And then you wouldn't be on Overwatch. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna go here and hunker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
No, you're the only one who's in half cover. You also have like 20,000 extra shields.
Planning a defense position here.
I think that's an activation.
I got nothing. La cible n'a rien.
Hope they're not gonna like blazing pinions or some. Like if he stands there and they all line up there, then you know exactly what's about to happen. Ooh, but don't tell me you see Rob though. It hasn't even landed yet. Alright, first of all, over there. Second of all, Apple. You do the risky moves first. This is certainly the risky move. Risky for them. It was an attempt. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna do a insanity on this boy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still gonna need to move away from the pinions. That is a nice positioning for the Void Rift.
All right.
Oh, that maybe was not so nice. Oh, I blew something up there. I'm like, how did I? You were clearly not in. It should have warned me you're hitting a friendly, but no, it was Explodey barrel. Kinda rude.
Our path is clear.
No. Didn't want that ablative anyway. Also right, Vanya is burning. Can we do anything against that? I think Turtle has a medkit. It's like our only medkit use of the whole mission. Alternatively, if I hadn't used all my actions already, I could give you some extra, give you a mind shield for an extra shield. So you don't have to worry about that. What are we doing with these guys though? I think we might use a... I was going to say, can you actually see? No, you can't. Okay, so we're not going to use a command on any. We can't give you extra shields. You're going to burn for 1 to 3 damage. You have 5 ablative. I think we're going to call that okay. Bringing only a single medkit certainly has some implications sometimes. I guess that's just the way the cookie sometimes crumbles, eh? Okay. Turtle. What can you lance here? These two or these two? Do I want to split the codex? And I guess the bigger question is, what do we do with the muton? Indeed. Okay, I think if we kill the Centurion here.
X-ray neutralized.
We can walk back from the pinions and get some damage in on the Great Archon.
Damn it!
Okay, so with that being said, then we're gonna take the lens here.
Your existence is null.
Got the full damage on the muton. Okay, so that means we have a codex, which is probably just gonna bubble some people and don't particularly care all that much. Archon is panicked. This Archon is also panicked. That's all fine.
Commander.
Make sure we go away from the pinions.
You'll have to suffer a little longer.
Shots, fantastic. I think there's some places where you can actually find some water on this map and where we could heal the fire. But I don't think any of those tiles are nearby, so let's just move you.
5 sur 5.
He's the Devilman.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot that guy.
Never mind.
Don't. Not your real boss. Ooh, we actually do have a shot on the codex. You know what? We can kill it. Maybe we can split it, and now we have somebody who might actually... No, never mind. It's not a problem.
What's the hurry?
That was the worst position to teleport to, my dear Codex.
Begging for your lives will help.
Free, yeah, let's just flush the panicked Archon. He makes a move. Interesting. Commander's Avatar can take a shot. Miss a 90. You would fit right into the team.
Op de uitkijk.
I can handle that.
Part of me was wondering if I can flush him into his own pinions. That would be a worthy Steam achievement, you know, kill an Archon with his own pinions. But also didn't want to flush him towards my stealthed guy. Burning, eh? Really?
Impossible.
Is that what we're doing today?
Our destiny awaits.
You didn't activate more enemies.
I know.
You sure we can grace from 13% chance to grace.
Is that all of them?
Yes, you can actually, if I give that kill to you, right? You should heal.
I agree.
This two missing health points.
Sure. Ow.
So, cool. Alright, down to 14 enemies in the first part of the mission.
Ik ga er naartoe.
Fairly certain, like the like 5 or 6 of them should be on the far side of that building, where like this little bridge is. By the way, didn't we leave the Chosen alive? I think the Warlock might actually only show up on the second part.
How do I run in heels? Faster than you.
I think if you leave the Assassin, if I remember correctly, if you leave the Assassin line, she spawns right here somewhere, or like I think after the first building, and the Hunter spawns if you get all the way towards the bridge. That leads to the final mission area. The Warlock in the second part. Because
On my way.
It's been a couple of years, but we played a campaign where we didn't kill a single Chosen. And faced all 3 of them in the final mission. Although I don't think that was Long War. That was just baseline. You can't reload while burning. Also, I should have probably given you, yeah, a shield for that second burn tick.
Ik ga erop uit.
Now, I'm kind of expecting there to be a gatekeeper somewhere here soon. I want to be extra careful to not get revealed. Since we're already up here with our Templar, everybody else can just dash up a little bit.
Moving to position.
Going.
Compris.
Let's check it out. Follow me.
Position confirmed.
Heal up here.
Paying close attention to that area.
Watch. Move your
Heading to that location.
way and ready. So the reason, you know, you might say, hey, that's what are you taking cover from the avatar? You know, it's like I like to have my snipers at least in some sort of cover, because then they peek out to the other tiles, right? And so you basically have line of sight from 3 tiles in case you want to take some shots next turn,
On Overwatch.
rather than leaving them out in the
You don't
open.
have to tell me twice.
Which isn't a threat, right? Because she's behind the rest of the squad a fair bit. But might then not have line of sight if any enemies show up. Anyway,
Onderweg naar positie.
there. Nothing. Before we move more, let's actually a battle scanner on the right side here. Can you get this? Can you get through this little window here?
Je komt dichter op het doel.
Tell me we're facing all 14 enemies behind this building. That would be a little bit inconvenient.
Well, let's go.
I'm on it, Commander.
Our faith will prevail.
Planning a defense position here.
Heading there now.
Seems doable.
The path leads this way.
Getting up there. A little bit further. Like, how could that move activate something? But no, it was just some
Got it.
animation lag or something like that.
Finally. That first shot is always crucial.
Je confirme la
Get
position.
you in there. What's that?
I'm on my way.
There, you're gonna watch,
Eyes peeled, Commander.
it up.
Overwatch.
Since, yeah, Rob is so far ahead, I don't even think that anything could come into my Overwatch range.
Okay.
This is becoming a little bit awkward to scout here.
Positie bevestigd.
See if we can spot something around the building. Okay. Now, since we didn't spot anything, even remotely here, I think we're gonna do an aggressive move.
Go, go, go!
Flash everybody up. We don't have all day.
As long as this world is plagued by demons, my hunt will continue.
That's all I was saying.
I'll be there before you know it.
C'est parti.
Some people top.
Yeah,
Got that
I
battle
know.
scanner we're gonna throw next turn.
This way.
Moving out.
There can be no doubt.
On it.
Get Apo back next turn, I think. More icons. There's the gatekeeper I was expecting. Also some vipers. Oh, that is yeah, we're not gonna overwatch anything here. It is the hey, we don't like to be overwatched squad.
Orders bevestigd. Ben onderweg.
Just 5 enemies, right? We're actually looking for 6.
Ik ben op pad.
14. Did the Shadow Chamber say something about a general or something? Hang on, no, that is 3, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so we're missing 6. So it's not a rainbow pot that's waiting for us. It's something else. Okay, how do we want to do this? Activate here, but we can also get in here a little bit closer with some people. Maybe even where's Huntsman? I could be here, and the next turn get a beam grenade launcher grenade on top of that whole group. Or a blind saturation fire through the wall. Both options.
You make it sound so easy.
On my way.
And of course also always see if they're in range for Apotheosis Arcwave activations.
Our paths shall be one.
I mean, we also have the good old why not both approach of throw a grenade on them, see where they move, and then follow up with Arcwave.
On the move.
I think I wanna keep my focus from the second part of the mission though, so I'm not 100% sure if I wanna Apple.
I stand ready.
Will do.
Good old grenade opener sounds awfully nice right about now though.
Alright.
And also leave Stan Vanya to do something against the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Yeah, you pretend to be useful back there.
Roger that. Scanning.
I'll be prepared, Commander.
Grenade out.
Too good. The bring 'em on extra grenade crit damage thing. Nothing killed though. And the game's giving me some sneak preview of where the last group is. Okay. And in there, it's kinda inconvenient now. That is not what I had in mind here. Okay. I mean, when in doubt, void drift.
Sure.
That's been our approach so far this mission, I think. And we've been in doubt a lot. Yeah, let's get one void drift in here, killing the 2 snakes and hitting the gatekeeper, and then we do a secondary with Turtle, assuming Turtle has his void drift ready. Yes, he does.
Okay.
That hits the gatekeeper and the 2 archons. And we go from there.
Shit, we are all right.
You can target that from here.
On
There.
your order. Target's still up.
No. Nick on the archons. Locked, halt. And at a loss for words. And then I'm also fairly certain. Oh, this one actually travels downstairs. Normally, there's a real problem with Arcwave not propagating downstairs. But apparently this time it works. I'm gonna activate this other group. Apparently not. I'm gonna see the nausea. Something to be said about giving you like shielding up and then giving you a teamwork and or commands. Well, you're also not his teamwork buddy. And then we volt this to kill the snakes that are back here. I'm just not sure if I'm actually gonna hit all of them. It's like, I'm assuming your battle scanner is still on cooldown, right? Yeah. First things first.
Si comme vous voudrez.
Go over here. Okay. And the snakes is here. Now, I was thinking maybe we can line up a Sapphire here that hits all 3 of them. But apparently not. Should probably just Gatekeeper. What do you have for me? Grapple there. Yeah, not there. Grapple there. And have a line of sight on the Gatekeeper. So maybe a Gatekeeper suddenly becomes a next turn commander's problem? Should I trust your aim? Do I take the first shot at the Viper and then the disabling shot on the Gatekeeper? Yeah, sure. Oh, we had the spotter aim bonus. Okay, so now, did we have a setfire that hits both Archons but not the gatekeeper? No, not really. Well, in that case, we can always come in here.
Look, just stay out of my way.
Bop him.
So much for Goliath class. That was over before it started.
I kinda wanna see, I think we have one more snake missing in the back.
Well,
maybe you can get line of sight on that. Yeah, I saw it for a brief second, but couldn't tell you if it's here or there. Okay, but that now limits us to these two, and I'll take the Sapphire. Okay, Gatekeeper is stunned. That also means he doesn't have detection. So we can come over here. And now that gives me another side. Okay, it's a Viper Elite. She's on 11 HP. I'm not sure if Volt actually would kill both of you. But you know what, might? Oh, no, and you're not ruptured. But yeah, I'm kind of saving the command. Just need to find a way to do 2 damage to that guy, which could just be a grapple. And then we can probably find somewhere where we have a flank shot on that snake. Maybe not. Maybe the snake isn't actually in that spot, because that's where the other snake already died. Just move here and then shoot it, even though, oh no, it has cover.
Be damned, demon.
Okay, everything under control.
Moving.
Stan almost had to do something, but yeah, he once more got away with it. Shields. You can just shield. You can like pew.
Reports of that enemy's demise are greatly exaggerated.
I'm on it.
That thing's sufficiently ruptured for a Soulfire kill. Not quite. Here's what we can do. We can Soulfire. And then it's not in the top row. Oh, you're one over there. Okay. You have that Hunter's Pistol, right? So you should get the 100% to hit, 100% to crit.
No, thank you.
Sweet.
Positie bevestigd.
Triple stun lancers. Lancer, Vanguard, Trooper. Plus X.
Roger.
I don't know what the last one is. I think are we gonna wait for them? Basically only missing our 2 psionics. Also assuming that you don't have grapple ready and you don't have a target. Ammo, and you come out of position. Okay.
All right.
Taking it slow.
Copy that.
Got it, moving. Whatever you say. I'm on it.
All right.
Pas de souci, chef.
Go up, and that's my turn.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on it.
Okay, so I'm thinking, ideally, you know, if we can do it without wasting one of your autoloader charges, that would be ideal. So I'm thinking, I might actually just move you over here.
A clever ploy.
Then precision shot the Vanguard. And then we go from there.
A pity. I was beginning to enjoy.
Yeah, you should never Lancer, the last one. Okay. Really? Ow. You done goofed up.
Typical.
It's not quite the impressive arc wave that I was hoping for. Okay, let's see. It's just cooldowns. They're fast enough. Dedication you get here, so you can't actually get a flank on these guys, but we're gonna get close enough. I think I'm just gonna run a gun here and see if we can trench gun a triple Lancer. Seems like a fun approach. Two out of three, we'll take it. We'll take that. Okay, this guy's stunned. This guy is not. But hey, we can bring Commander's Avatar in. .28, even you won't miss that. Yeah, but you might grace it. God damn it. That dude's so useless sometimes. It's the only one you can charge. Okay, but you get the kill, get implacable.
Death is a paradoxical quest.
Let's move to this sector.
Yes, but it never truly begins.
And you can hit and run this guy.
I need a hop up.
Some good damage rolls. That's one dead shock trooper.
Need some ammo.
It's really just about finishing off that
Moving to position.
Lancer. Got here 93. And off to the second map we go.
As disco.
Astounding. This entire facility submerged beneath our oceans. For how long, I wonder? One problem at a time, Doctor.
One problem at a time, yeah.
We seek to defy that which would consume us. Your efforts deny the surface.
Okay, so my usual approach, which is also exactly what we're gonna do this time around again, is everybody runs over here, and then we run over there, and then we start fighting this group. So to know where we can move and what we can do, double check you're still concealed.
Begrepen, ben onderweg.
Milana side on those guys.
Doelwit in zicht.
Cool. Start from there. Even better. Everybody else.
On my way.
Affirmative.
Will do.
How do I run in heels? Faster than you, that's for sure.
Everybody's back at full ammo. Thinking, I need to then spend a turn reloading. No, everybody actually has full ammo.
Do this.
Swear that on the chosen stronghold that doesn't happen, right? If somebody doesn't have full ammo during the transition, they start with whatever ammo count they had.
Well, let's go.
We also did refresh our ablative. Annie is back full ablative, so it's fun, yeah.
May honor guide us.
10-4.
We do have the focus that we got, so
Right.
who knows how that works.
You harbor such blind hatred for us. We cannot understand it. Our intentions for your world were never hostile.
Double Great Archon, coupled snakes, huh?
You are a part of us.
They actually expect us to buy any of this?
More distrust.
Don't think we can hit that with a grenade.
You would find more reassurance in our words if...
Time to motor.
The tower we don't want to move to.
Moving to designated position.
Steady from here. So you're steady from there.
Rolling out. Tout de suite.
Making that I actually see everybody, and okay, here I see the Archon, here I see nobody. Alright, so that's as
move.
safe a move as it gets.
Ga ik doen.
I'm on my way.
Okay.
So many lives.
So, was that fire still on cooldown?
Commander. And for what? More violence.
More what?
More death. Truly, you were meant for something.
Too short. Can't cross over here. I could get into this corner, then we could do something, but you can't. Yeah, face walk. Yeah, that's where we would need face walk. Can we rift? Kind of. Turtle actually had space where he was hitting both archons. No, he can hit the left one. He can hit both, but not at the same time. Very little room, no wiggle room here. Discharge also not gonna hit anything. Just snipe somebody. That. Wait a turn, 2 turns for saturation fire. Not sure that's actually going to do the trick. We do have plasma blaster. Kind of shitty plasma blaster. Need not hitting. Maybe if I wiggle around a little bit here with everybody, get Huntsman to the position where Antanis is.
Well,
If that's how you want it.
Not even gonna be enough. Okay, get there. Don't come here.
I can handle that.
There. Okay. That's we take that. Out of interest, yeah, that's gonna be an incendiary. You know, there's plenty of water in this part of the map, but no, that's gonna be incendiary. We do this next turn. Everybody else can probably just stay where they are. Yeah. Steady you up. Steady you up. Failed. Although I don't think they ever move, so.
Paying close attention to that area.
Or not, we have overwatches or shields or anything else active here, shouldn't matter.
Getting reports from across the globe.
Yeah.
Advent forces are hitting back hard.
What's the globe,
Our
Commander?
people are holding their own, but it's not looking good. Whatever we're gonna do, we better do it fast.
Advent offered your people hope. A brighter future. To be something greater. But still, you refuse.
No, I've got something greater right here.
The greatest gift of all.
You are our greatest adversary. You are our avatar.
Okay, 3 or 4 of them
And save your world.
are kind of behind the thing there.
There can be no more delay.
But when I didn't
Though I find
move,
the possibilities proposed by the creature intriguing, I believe we have passed the point of rational discourse.
We didn't come here to talk.
Yeah. Take it down.
Your persistence is admirable, but tired. It is time to accept the path laid out before you, Commander.
Return to us. You were once our greatest asset.
here are those. I'm
It can be so once again.
okay. Now here's what we do. Why? I mean, since we're gonna have the what's his face? I'm actually not sure if it works like vanilla, well, because we left the Warlock alive, that we're gonna have to face him here. It could be that just the Warlock just, you know, he's like, screw this. The sheer disrespect of not visiting me in my stronghold. I'm not even gonna show up. So I'm thinking we're gonna attack here. Between the Archons. And then grab a command and attack the stuff in the back. Actually, in retrospect, I should have used domination on one of the greater Archons. We have 2 dominations, like permanent mind controls. That might have come in handy. You know what else comes in handy? Reaction battle scanners. Okay, so where is everybody? Why are you there, and can I hit you with my arcwave? That would actually hit everybody except that snake here, which I think is a sniper snake, so I don't even care, I think. So yeah, sure. That's surviving with 1 HP, of course. You teleport over there. You run. Almost seems like it was intentional and a smart move, but we all know that was not the case.
J'y vais.
Good crit. Get some paying off. What I want to do here. Come in here and press the fun button.
Wow!
Really? Going all the way out there? An easily flankable position. Get snapshotted.
A clever ploy. Challenge.
Be a challenge. Alright, so we got a sniper snake nausea here. That's still kind of annoying, but not necessarily a big problem. Factored on 1 HP. I mean, what we could do here is just go here. Flanking the snake so she can't do anything. Blade storm against the sectoid.
Our faith will prevail.
Then these 2 gentlemen. Do we just zap them? No, I think we just wanna finish them off like this.
Bye-bye.
I wanna have some overwatches though, so like that. Remove you, overwatch.
Moving to position.
77. Just finish this off. Beautiful.
X-ray neutralized.
All right.
You're just gonna come in here. Yes, I'm not sure how many more opportunities I actually get to get that airdrop in. That was Huntsman. That is still Huntsman. Look at that. I remembered. Fifth one from the right. Right, Ellie. No, Alex. Anyway, yeah, you need to take control of that platform. You just gonna chill?
Moving to Overwatch.
You
Affirmative. Moving out.
got the high ground. It's over at that.
I depart.
Back in this direction, and then also probably help with the back two platforms. Let's bring you up here. Not gonna be on Overwatch, but in a good position for some hidden runs on whatever spawns.
Home for some reason.
Triple mech. $34, get out of here.
You lack honor.
Raised for 16.
Right through sacrifice.
Okay, so both enemy groups spawned over on the other side. A little bit annoying. Normally I just completely guard this side, and if they spawn over there we kill them on Overwatch or whatever, whenever they make it over. Now with you already being here, I'm kind of tempted to try to engage this. You could potentially hack one of the mechs. Triple mech is also triple micro missiles that they can launch across the map. Alright, let's see if we can get line of sight on those enemies here.
Our destiny awaits.
And what we can do. Something like this.
Those who are divided fall.
Would be really nice if I knew. Yeah, you're a Viper lead, and you're a Sidewinder. Let me see one of the mechs.
Okay. Okay.
Panic. Nothing else.
Ik ga erop uit.
You get eyes on the other mechs? Absolutely not. Okay, move you. Oh, I don't want to lose line of sight on that mech, but apparently I do. Yeah, we potentially have to command you again, but hey, I mean, you're still on apotheosis, so
Barak and Viosh.
it's probably not going to be completely wasted. See the third mech, that sucks. Alright, where's Jet? If you were to go up here, you could see the longbow, but not the super heavy. here. Same thing. Minor thinking, this is not it. This is not the full override I'm looking for. Although I'm also thinking that whatever the third mech was, I was hoping we could kill it with that attack. But we can't. So what do you see? You see that panicked snake? Well, obviously you don't see the other one. So hypothetically speaking, right? That spark flew over in this direction. Okay, so it's here, that unit. Do we just attack the heavy mech? With the other thing in the process?
Abomination.
So far, so fun. Any chance we get any line of sight here on any of the active enemies? Absolutely not, huh? Well, I saw a spot where I see that super heavy. No, it's all just a snake. No. Could be up here, maybe. Kinda, you know, ran myself into a corner, and now I'm kinda committed to having to do stupid stuff. I mean, we have one ultimate answer. That is the Icarus suit. Just jump over there. Kill that snake. And there's also a mech. Maybe just kill both snakes. Have the Bladestorm on the mech. And if Bladestorm fails, we have Untouchable and Templar Shield. That might be the reasonable answer here. Instant teleport.
Peachy. Revenge, huh?
Now, one of the reasons why I don't like splitting up here is because of the way the avatars work, right? Oh, by the way, also, no Warlock?
Defending here at the moment.
Whenever you hit the avatar, they're gonna teleport, but the location they teleport to is limited. They will always teleport to a spot that is within line of sight of one of your units.
I depart.
So the more you spread out, the shittier their teleport location is gonna be for you, not for them.
Heading out.
So if you keep everything nicely condensed on one side of the map, you're not gonna get screwed over by the avatar teleporting to an impossible spot.
Looks like ET phoned home for some.
On the other hand, that might also give us an opportunity, yeah? To actually get him to teleport at all. That was not Blade Storm, that was Shield Storm, if anything. Oh no, please have mercy. Never mind, I'm untouchable. Nerd.
You're pretty useless.
Looks
You know
like
that?
ET phoned reinforcements.
Feel free to take a shot whenever you... Yeah, okay.
Adjusting aim.
There's a lot of adjusting aim that needs to happen here. So ideally I want to be like... Yeah, I got an idea of how we're gonna handle this. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in here. You come in, finish off that mech.
Just stay out of my way. You think begging for your lives will help?
Then we still have line of sight here, and we can do a little bit of this. Shouldn't be a completely awful teleport. One more. Get some flank shots, maybe. Before the entertainment, we have to deal with the stuff that's back here, eh? Let's get you up here. Where's... You get all three of them, yes. Unlikely to kill though. Well, he's ruptured, so he should be taking 8 to 10. So that's actually somewhat likely to kill. But 7 to 9 is very unlikely to kill somebody with 11. What we could do though is give you a little bit of a fuse. And give you a little bit of a lightning hand. Okay, I'm going to do this.
Step into the void.
Potentially taking care of that whole group. It and maybe a panic on no panic. Okay. Could go for a toast now. So then I need this gentleman here to come around this side and just barely not be in range. The avatar. Justify the use of a teamwork there.
Say I'm rooting for you. Pas de souci, chef.
And a 2 and a rapid fire for you. I could give you a second teamwork for a cyclic. I don't think that's worth it. We have so many actions still left in the squad. Should be able to get that remaining damage in. Of course, now he might teleport back to somewhere close to my Templar.
Ça laissera une petite trace.
Yeah, something like that. See, that's why I hate having people on the other side of the map. Alright, On the bright side, though, we also have shots that can travel on the other side of the map. Well, how do you like them apples? A convincing argument to make, but not a very good one. Avatar flanked? Oh, flankable from a squad side position? Where I've heard that one before.
I stand ready.
I think I don't even need to use precision shot here. It's one way to jinx it.
A pity. I was beginning to enjoy myself. I stand ready.
Money is 2 for 2 for Avatar kills. Okay, then I'm gonna abandon that side here, because that's just gonna get worse and worse the longer we stay. Not seeing a great position to move to. They're back here though. I think that's not. Okay, let's just move here.
Let's get it over with.
And you can stasis there. I use up my stasis cooldown, then another command here.
I got it.
Let's do this.
You're chillin', taking care of reinforcements. You come back, middle of the squad.
Magazine here.
These two platforms are the only ones that hadn't spawned any reinforcement
Paying close
yet.
attention to that area.
If I'm paying attention correctly here, so
Scanning.
I'm not sure it's guaranteed that they split up like that, but I think it's very likely.
Adjusting sights.
And sustain.
I need some help.
Looks like ET reinforcements.
Snakes.
Positie gecomprimeerd.
Bound to happen at some point. Yep, from Overwatch. That's inconvenient. To a position where we can actually do something about the Great Archon, yes. Then we have to do something about this Muton also at the same time. Yeah, it's one problem at a time. Elite Priest, Elite Priest, Elite Trooper. What? Did I fire a fire grenade up here? Oh, I got the weird double mission here of an extra grenade effect. Move up, grenade that guy maybe. That is a questionable position. Tell me, dear Naja, where are you actually? You're in that time, okay. Pretty bad position. No sustain for that guy. You're flanked, you're not gonna be able to do anything useful anyway. That thing here though, what about that? Nappy?
A clever ploy. Had enough.
We'll run back here for the third time now? I don't know.
I
Back
depart.
here. Okay, so it's really just the trooper and the guy up top on Overwatch that I can't do too much about. Why don't we
On your order.
for now come over here with you? Use that muton. Got about is that we can do interference and then we can still, it's a free action, right? We can just do something else with the second action, like not have enough movement to skulljack that trooper. Are we gonna get any capacitor discharge this mission? Maybe, but this just solves the problem.
This is still gonna hurt.
I was kind of also hoping that maybe something was in the back that I could hit, but wasn't. You see that trooper, that is actually the answer to my problem. Just, yeah, one-shot him. Okay, that works. Hang on, there's another snake. Why did nobody tell me about that other snake? So overwatching against the sustained priest doesn't really help, right? Since he's just gonna, since we're gonna have reinforcements coming in, they eat my overwatches. So there's very little we can do there. Over here, I think we're gonna zap this overwatch. Probably just retreat here.
Our path is clear.
I'm honestly thinking of a command just to get Atenas further back. Like the mission ends once we kill the third avatar, right? Which is gonna spawn next turn. So all the stuff that's still over there on that side, we can hopefully ignore. So let's stay away from them. Okay, this snake is flanked, so it's also not a threat. That being said though, doesn't hurt to just get rid of it.
Through here.
Especially with our guaranteed pistolets.
Got him!
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Moving to position.
Not sure what the priest is gonna do after he wakes up from stasis, but let's not be flanked to him if we don't have to.
I'm going. Affirmative. Covering now.
Rechargé.
go.
My turn, I think.
Je reste en observation.
That is a lot of faceless. I mean, yes, the mission ends once we kill the Avatar, but if those faceless all group up, I'm gonna street sweeper the shit out of them.
Je lui ai enlevé un petit morceau. Get it together.
Is the Avatar not gonna move because he was surrounded by friends on the spawn end? No, that must have been an open spot, right? Actually, 6 faceless, 2 codex, 8 tiles around him. That would be silly. Okay. The reinforcements wave should probably not have 8 units plus Avatar. That's a decent throw range. And hey, we still got the shot in. Okay. Oh, no, don't you burn again. Hi. Yeah, we're not gonna stay around for you. Definitely move closer, right? Because of the whole teleportation shenanigans thing. Then I kinda want to focus fire the Avatar, but I guess that's not happening. You're burning, but you can just walk through water. Yeah. I got a street sweeper here. Come on.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Lighting the Avatar. Which is kind of silly because he's in a great position where I can just cyclic him with Vanya. Yeah, let's not be. Let's just be a little silly, not super silly. We're wasting our assault actions on killing enemies we don't have to kill, but
Time to bust out B mode.
that was so worth it. Alright, where were we? Oh, actually, you don't have line of sight to the dudes. That's awkward.
Je dois pouvoir faire ça.
Move you up. Cleanse your fiery debuff. It doesn't matter where you stand. We end the mission. We kill the dudes. Okay, then you can teamwork. Yes. Sure, let's give him a mind match. We're getting a crit or 2 in here on that cyclic. And don't slip on all the Yokord on the ground here. Get it. Hit it again, please. Okay.
Je l'aurai la prochaine fois.
heist.
Mostly interested here about the additional what's called effect, rupture effect from the Shredder gun, from the plasma blaster. I think you get an additional point of rupture. I'm not even 100% sure. Anyway, you know the drill. I snipe you, you teleport to air quotes safety, and I'll snipe you again.
Wear off the armor.
Now that's actually safety. From her. About the same laughter that I just had here. Now why don't we grapple up here?
My hunt must continue.
A little precise shot. Not quite enough to give you 3 out of 3 kills. But with only 3 health left, and you know, somebody awfully close for you know, somebody who has no lens, and that's the mission, and that's the campaign, and that's the end.
Without the Elder stabilizing the psionic network, everything's going haywire. That gate's not gonna hold much longer.
You heard her! Move!
Shen, tell me you've got a plan B here. Nice work.
Wasn't anything on my end. This shouldn't even be possible. Unless...
Commander, whatever it is you're doing, it's working. Just make sure you save enough juice for your own trip home. Commander, you okay? We just lost contact.
What the hell is happening here, Doctor?
It's the Elders. They're overwhelming our link, enveloping the Commander's consciousness.
Then sever the connection!
we do that, we risk a complete overload.
We will reclaim what was given. We will be whole once more. Now! Your victory here means the end for all others. It will follow you as it followed us. You are not ready. We must not fail.
Vitals stabilizing. Synaptic activity returning to acceptable levels.
And 1 transdimensional psionic network down for the count.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
Alright. I'm just gonna put that game in the background and mute it that way so I can add some thoughts here to this campaign. Well, first of all, I think it's absolutely amazing that, like, what are we now? 9 years after the release of XCOM 2, we still have our fantastic modding community actively working on making this game that I enjoy so much better and more interesting, and adding new aspects to it. And, you know, I can't say thank you enough to our modders, and especially here then everybody who is working on Long War of the Chosen, which still has a very active modding team. Most importantly, of course, Tedster spearheading the whole thing, but he also has a lot of other people helping him, and just thank you everybody who's helping with the mods, with helping with the documentation, keeping the wiki up to date, helping people in the Discord. It's just great to see, and that is not something that we should take for granted. So first of all, in that regard, thank you. And if you're intending to play Long War of the Chosen, or you're actually already playing, really make sure to join the Discord server, talk to people there. that's the best way. I see occasionally people asking in the YouTube comments for help with any technical problems of getting the mod to run or something like that. YouTube comments are not a place to troubleshoot stuff. Join the Discord server, talk to the others, you know, and who knows, you might find some like-minded people that you get really well along with, and that's the best thing, you know. I've got to know so many fantastic people over the years just through this common hobby, this common niche mod for a game, and it's just a fantastic thing. Anyway, about this campaign, Long War of the Chosen patch 1.2. Many fantastic changes, very interesting class reworks. I mean, my thoughts on the classes are already in that other video, so I don't want to go into detail there. I think a lot of quality of life stuff. Balance is, I think, too early to tell, because after one campaign, it's hard to say. You know, some people say, oh, it's much easier. Some people say, oh, it's actually harder. Some people say, yeah, no, not. It's still the same as before. And it's mostly quality of life stuff and a little bit removing basically stupid RNG, which, you know, I always think, like, if it's just RNG, then that's not necessarily difficulty, that's just RNG. So I just want to point out again, for everybody who watched the campaign from the start here, I think I've been exceptionally lucky in the early game. We got landed UFOs, we got troop columns, we got supply rates, we got insane timers on those. And that led to us basically snowballing like crazy. So I would strongly remind everybody that this is this campaign was probably on the lucky extreme. Sure, we're playing on Legend difficulty, right? And we're playing with Iron Man mindset, even though Iron Man is not enabled, so I can save games and get save games and submit them for bug reports. But it's technically, you know, it's Legend Iron Man, right? You know, let's not kid ourselves. But yeah, if you get lucky, I'm not gonna restart the campaign because I got a lucky start. But I also felt like, hey, a lot of it was just really taking the piss out of Advent. So yeah, we'll see what we do next in that regard. And I think the stats kind of reflect it. Not a single mission lost, not a single soldier lost. Our memorial was completely empty. Sometimes even dead rebels show up in the memorial. There wasn't even one of those in there. Like, just empty. I'm not 100% sure if we lost some rebels on invasions, didn't we? I don't even know. I don't even remember. But yeah, that is. Actually, let me just take a screenshot. I don't think I ever had a campaign end screen like that. That is pretty nice. Not sure what the current design intent is with the Chosen. Again, in vanilla, if you don't kill the Chosen, they show up on the final mission. They're not doing it in Long War. I'm not sure if intended or if it's just XCOM jank. We'll figure it out. Kills by faction heroes. Alright. We got a lot of ability points. 14 level 3 soldier bonds. There's a lot of bondage that happened on that ship. 108 soldiers, that's actually, I think that includes like rebels you get on rendezvous missions, so that is not a great statistic, but 37, well, it says colonels because that's the final rank in the base game, which is actually, I think, in Long War this would include everybody who made it only to gunnery sergeant. But everybody who made it to Gunnery Sergeant also made it to Master Sergeant. So 37 Master Sergeant, max rank soldiers, including 5 psionics. That was pretty wild. 107 hack rewards earned. That can't be right. Like, we got maybe 2 at most, right? Our hacks always fail. But yeah, that's the current campaign. As a quick, I'm probably gonna do a channel update video within the next 1 or 2 days. But for anyone who's still here after more than 2 hours of video, just as a quick heads up, we're not gonna immediately start a new campaign. Over the next couple of weeks, I will do updated guide videos for 1.2. The class guides that I have on my channel are like, I want to say 5 years old at this point, so a little bit outdated, if not even older than that. I might also do some additional guides on the strat layer again to reflect on the changes that happened there, and maybe some general tactics guides for doing missions. Maybe something tech order, build order, I don't know. If you have ideas for guides where you say, hey, you should really do a guide about this, I'm still open to that. So that might be the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll see what kind of campaign we start at that point. If we do another base Long War for Chosen, if we do another if a modded run with the mod gem / tet gem mods, or something else. We'll have to see. For now though, I wanna say a big thanks to everybody who's watching, and also especially to the people who are supporting me either through the YouTube memberships or the Twitch subscriptions, or just for hanging out in Twitch, or giving bits over there. Whatever you can do, if you're just here and watching, thank you too. Appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.